Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ben here from Crypto Void Gaming. Today I've got a brand new video series for you. It's about the Overwatch characters. I'm sure a lot of you have played Overwatch before. I'm going to be telling you little tips and tricks in game. I'm going to be showing you some of my personal gameplay, and I'm going to hopefully help you guys improve in your gameplay. Let's get into it. Okay, so guys, up first we've got everybody's little favourite whistle and robot, Bastion. Now, a lot of you newer players to the game might know him as the big sentry turret thing that always shoots you down no matter what, but there is a lot of ways to counter him. One of the easiest ways is, round the back of Bastion you will often find a little blue power core. That's where his vulnerability is. If you hit that, he does about 2 to 3 times more damage than it usually would. You can take that down in 2 hits from Widowmaker pretty quickly. Maybe 100% charge, you could probably take him down in just the 1, to be honest. But as for Bastion himself, you've got your configuration sentry and your configuration recon. Both of these have their pros and their cons. With sentry, obviously you're static, but you do a hell of a lot of damage. You have about 150 bullets in a magazine. The reload time isn't actually that fast. They could probably slow that down. It makes him a little bit more OP than usual. But his downside is exactly that. He's sentry, he's static, he's not able to move. He does have a 360 range, so just be careful about that if you're going to ever try and take him down. But if you're playing as a Bastion, then use that 360 range. Make sure you're covering all your angles, make sure you're looking behind you at all times. But yeah, as for the configuration recon, you're a lot more mobile. Your gun doesn't do as much damage, but you can still do quite a lot. His other ability is, apart from his configuration, you can repair yourself, which is a very handy tactic for both recon and sentry. When you have a little breather, when you've taken some people down out of a hallway or something, you've just got enough time to heal yourself back up, get up to your 300 health again. And with configuration recon, you can just pop around a corner after a little skirmish, heal yourself back up, and you're ready to go again. Now, if we're moving on to Bastion's ultimate ability, that's his configuration tank. That is probably one of the most overpowered ultimate abilities that Overwatch has, but it's also one of the best for a team, for a gameplay, for a play of the game. If you're doing it to support your teammates, very helpful. If you're moving a payload, it clears it. If you're holding a point, it helps you secure it. If you're taking a point, you can clear that point so easily. What configuration tank actually does is it makes you into a little tank, as the name would suggest, and you can move around and you shoot big explosive shells that can take down Tracers or Reapers, Soldier 76s, Hanzos, Genjis, Widowmakers, Meis, I think Torbjorns as well. A lot of the smaller characters, basically anything that's not a tank, you can take it down with a direct hit. Tanks take 2 to 3 shots, unless you're against a D.Va, and then you've got to take out the actual player themselves after the mech has gone down. So it really is all about how you aim, and you've got quite a big crosshair. It's more of a cross hexagon in configuration tank, but it's there, and it makes it so much easier to aim for people. One of the best ways for a player to use a Bastion, if you're newer to the game, then this is one of the easiest things to do to get your kills, to get your level, is as some of my gameplay is suggesting here, is just sitting in a corner, and although you'll probably aggravate the other team an awful lot, you're not worrying about them, that's okay. Is you just sit in a corner near a spawn, near an objective, and as soon as someone crosses that barrier, you just spray them down. It's pretty easy to get kills, it's pretty easy to get play of the games. Like, you get 2 or 3 kills each and every time you shoot that sentry gun. And if you're in recon configuration, then you can easily get to a higher point. Bastion doesn't aim down too well, so don't sit on like really high cliffs, but if you're sat just on the edge of a a wall, then you can aim straight down, and that gives you a vantage point. It's easier to get headshots, so you can do more damage that way, on top of the damage that you're already doing. And one of the other things that's great for Bastion's sentry configuration is, as you can see here in my gameplay, is that if you just sit on top of the payload, then if you're defending it, people have to take you down to get close, but you're taking them down as they're getting to you, so it's kind of a win situation for you there. If you're moving the payload, all you've got to do is sit on it, and whether you're in recon or sentry configurations, you just move the payload no matter what because you're there, and it's so easy to protect it from people trying to get your team off the payload. So one of the main things that you want to watch out for being a Bastion is the enemy roadhogs, because they've got the chain hook. I'll speak more about that in some more episodes later on, so make sure you check them out if you want to find out how to play roadhog properly, how to beat a Bastion. But yes, if you get hooked by a roadhog, it pulls you out of your sentry reconfiguration. It puts you back into recon, so you don't do as much damage, and you're more likely to get taken down. So that's why you always want to be in communication with your team, know when there's a roadhog around, so that other players can get to that roadhog before that roadhog has a chance to get to you. Always remember that. Teamwork is always going to be important, whether you're a Bastion or not. A lot of time in quick play, Bastions think that they just own the game. Don't be one of them players. All you need to really do is work with a team. Try not to get in the way. Try not to steal other people's kills, although your kills do matter as well. But make sure that you work as a team, because if you're trying to annoy your teammates, they're not going to help you out. They're going to sit by, let you die, and it's just not going to go down well for the game. One of the other main important things that a Bastion really needs is a Lucio or a Mercy on the team, because if there's a Lucio or a Mercy on the team, you've got a constant source of healing. Although some Symmetras are good as well, because they can put down their little turrets, which again, there's an ability I'm going to be talking about in the Symmetra video, so make sure you tune into that one as well. The Symmetras can put down their little sentry turrets around the Bastion, so that as a player on the enemy team runs in, rather than fighting the Bastion, they're going to be focusing on the sentry turrets. But if they do focus just on the Bastion, then the sentry turrets will take them down pretty quickly, and you're kind of giving the Symmetra them kills when their enemy's coming for you, because you're not really able to get them at such close range, and you're getting protected by a Symmetra as well, so it's a win-win for both parties there. But be grateful, use your emotes, use your wheel, make sure that you say thanks, make sure that you let your team know when you need healing. Although yes, Bastion can heal himself, it's not always so simple, and it's pretty time consuming, especially when there's enemies coming onto the objective, enemies just around a corner. You don't really want to be wasting time healing. Just make sure that you've got a healer, make sure that you help the team, and most of all, make sure that your aim's true, because if you get them hits, you've pretty much got the kill. And always aim for a torso or a head, because it's where it does the most damage. You don't kill people in the legs as often, and they're more likely to jump, move out behind barriers, and at that point you're just going to have to reload, which takes up your time. So that's it for Bastion in this episode. So thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Overwatch character videos. Make sure you leave a comment, share the video with your friends who are new to Overwatch, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.